Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys why you should not buy the brand new supercar, the Overflod Zeno, when it's released in GTA Online. It has a serious problem, and I'm going to be telling you guys about that and everything else you need to know about this vehicle before you purchase it in this video today. So the Overflod Zeno is an unreleased supercar that's going to be coming to GTA Online soon. It's based on the 2021 SSC Tuatara. It's in the supercar class. Its price is $2,820,000, making it the most expensive vehicle from this update. It's obviously a two-seater. Its description is the torque-loaded Overflod Zeno is famous for breaking 2 world records. The first, highest speed in a densely populated area. The second, most hospitalizations during a single attempt to break a world record. A real high flyer in every sense. So that's the Overflod Zeno, its description, its price. Let's go ahead and get this thing into the Los Santos custom shop. And for a supercar, it has a decent amount of customization. You guys can see 20 options, with the first unique thing that you can do being the front and rear bumper options. And there are quite a few. You have 16 options for the front bumper, and you also have 16 options for the stock bumper. So far, right off the bat, lots of really good customization. Now, after the bumpers, we're going to move on to exhaust, where you also have a ton of customization options too. So even though it might not have the most categories, under each category, you're going to be having a lot of different choices to make. 21 different options here, which is really nice. Same with your hood choices too. You're going to have 14 of these options. Anywhere from carbon to bevel to full carbon to an intake hood. Lots of different things that you can do here to end up changing this out. You can also modify the roof. There's 10 options here. So whether you want to make it the secondary color, carbon color, ridgeline, or inset, you can do that and change it up a little bit on the roof. You can also do the same with the mirrors. But this is where I will warn you guys. Do not change the mirrors. And here's why. So you can see there's no mirror, primary, or carbon. For now, until Rockstar fixes this, you're going to want to keep the stock mirror. And I'll tell you why. If you choose anything other than the stock mirror, it's going to break the car. The hitboxes are going to be totally messed up. So in this example right here, I have a different mirror. I have the primary mirror options. And this thing doesn't have like correct hitboxes. As you guys can see, like the front of the car is going inside of the curb right now, which not only looks terrible, but also when you try and drive this vehicle, it literally can't go over a bump. If it hits a rock, a little pebble in the road, if it runs over a curb, this thing is going to go fumbling, tumbling, stumbling, bumbling through the air. It is an absolute disaster. So I don't know what actually causes this, or if there are other vehicles in GTA Online that also have this same issue. But it's unfortunate that the most expensive car, a supercar from this update, has this issue. And you shouldn't have to not choose a customization option just for the car to perform normal. And to even prove that right now, I just spawned in a new one of these, so I did 0 customization. And you guys can see here that it doesn't have the same issues that the ones with the update has. So this is the one thing you're going to want to avoid, is changing the mirrors, which is so sad. Now, unfortunately, outside of that, the car itself is still not all that fantastic, but it's just something that Rockstar needs to be aware about. So hopefully they see this video, maybe share it with them, say, hey, Rockstar, you got to fix this, because this is clearly going to be one of the most popular vehicles, because it's a supercar after all. So come on, Rockstar, you got to fix this. For now, it's pretty bad, though, that I will say. Now, there is still a lot of good with this car. The liveries are pretty awesome. The first is white stripe. So you guys can see there, it puts a simple white stripe on the front, hood, and back of the car. Black stripe, as you expected, the exact same thing, just black instead of white. Now, I do like the next one, red stripe, but I'm not sure what that like weird-looking 9 is on there. The red stripes themselves look great, sort of outlining the curves of the car. But that random like little 9, that to me looks kind of stupid. And gold pinstripe, unfortunately, has the same thing. It's really pretty. It's just that random 9. I don't know what's really going on there. The next one is Team Candy Box. This one's kind of a cluster of different sponsorships, and it also creates this gray gradient on the top of the car. I think this one's okay. Not my favorite, but not the worst one either. I'm not going to say this next one because I'm pretty sure how you pronounce this is a swear word, but this is what this one is. It's kind of cool. It's like this geometric-y design of red, black, and white with the racer number of 60 on there. This one's okay, not my favorite. The next one is one of my favorites, though, Speedline Racer. This one's really cool. It creates these like sharp, jagged, sort of spiky edges on the front side and back of the car with some sponsorships like Legendary Motorsports, Chapal, Tinkle, etc. So that's Speedline Racer. You then have Tri-Stripe, which is also very clean. I like this one as well. I think this is the one I end up going with the Legendary Motorsports sponsorship and then the black, gray, and red stripes. Motor Market is also really cool, creating like 2/3 of the car with the white, with the red stripe, separating it with a couple of cool sponsorships like Motor Market, as you would expect, and then Cluck and Bell, Tear Oil, etc. And then our final one here is Redwood Rally. I usually like the Redwood ones, but this one I wasn't really feeling so much. Maybe it was the primary color that I ended up having on there. But either way, those are all the liveries for the brand new Overflod Zeno. Now, moving on to your colors that you can choose here, you have primary, secondary, and trim. The primary color is going to change the entire outside of the car, pretty much basically everything you selected as the primary color. It's also going to impact the stitching color on the inside of the car, and it's also going to change a few things in the engine block as well. So it's more than just the outside of the car that the primary color has an impact on here, so just keep that in mind. And your secondary color is going to do some interesting things as well. Your secondary color is going to change those pieces of the car right below the front headlights. It's also going to change parts of the stock rim color, which is kind of cool. So it's almost sort of creates that like fan blade effect, changes the color of that, and also sort of the insets on the inside of the diffuser on the back of the car. It's also going to change the color of that. So just keep that in mind when you're playing with the secondary color. That's the impact it's going to have. And then the trim color is going to affect the seats, the dash, dials, stuff like that. So those are your options for your colors. We also have a ton of options for skirts. These get kind of crazy. There's 22 of them here, which is just wild. Some of them get very extreme, so you'll just have a lot of room to sort of play around with the things you do on the outside of the car, those crazy fins and canards that you can put on there. So you can really have fun with that. And same with the spoiler options, which is going to be necessary if you want that traction bonus. There's a lot here, including like some X-Wing designs and some Devil Wings. I mean, some really cool names for these spoilers, so I would definitely recommend playing around with those. And then the only other thing you can do, you've got turbo, transmission, and you can change the windows. So that's everything we can do inside of the Los Santos Custom Shop. Getting it out of the Los Santos Custom Shop, I wanted to see what all the doors looked like when they were open. This is going to be a really good car for car shows because not only do the doors open in a really fun way, but you can also open up the trunk. You can also open up the hood where the engine is. So this is a very show-offy car, if that's even a word I guess I could use. So that's that. Also, I was curious if you could change the color of the stock rims altogether. The answer to that is no, you cannot. You have to do it with the secondary color in the Los Santos Custom Shop. And the last thing I wanted to look at was the headlights. Nothing's real special about right there. Your brights just make those normal headlights really bright. But other than that, nothing too special going on with the headlights there. So this is the brand new Overflod Zeno. Again, I like the car. I think it looks fantastic. It feels good to drive. It is just very susceptible to flipping over. It's really broken at this point if you do that one specific upgrade. So Rockstar's got some fixing to do on this vehicle. So for now, I'm going to say maybe stay away from it. Wait till it becomes on discount. Wait till Rockstar fixes it before you end up buying it. Some people might love this car. They might want to jump into it on day one, but I think it might be smart to hold off on this one because there's a handful of cars from this update. In fact, I think there's 8 of them that we've got coming out over the next couple of weeks and months. So there's going to be a lot of things for us to spend our money on. And so because of that, I think it might be wise to hold off on buying this vehicle just for the meantime. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What are your opinions on the Overflod Zeno? Are you going to buy this car? Are you not going to buy it? Are you going to wait for it to come on discount? Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.